guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a get ready with me, chit chat, get ready with me. And I kind of just went off on a tangent in this video as normal, giving you guys a life update that just turns into me preaching to you guys, but y'all like it, so if y'all like it, I love it. In this video I will have a mini giveaway, so make sure you guys watch through the video to see what it is. I'm so excited for these little mini giveaways. It's just so much fun to surprise you guys and actually see who's interacting with my content. But without much more for me to say, let's go ahead and get into this chit chat. So I may or may not be eating some candy right now, and I'm allowing myself to have this candy because I'm in kind of sideways mood. So I have like some neighbors outside that are moving right now. I swear that every time I sit down to film, like there's someone outside doing some type of like activity, whether, you know, the grass is being cut, which I mean, I understand that, but like someone right now is like packing up and moving. And speaking of them moving, I'm actually going to be moving soon and I cannot wait. Hopefully it'll be like a lot more quiet. And also there won't be people like walking past my room while I'm filming and then they see the lights and they're like literally peeking inside of my apartment trying to see what I'm doing. And I'm like, I'm sitting right here and I can definitely see that you're being a creep. So I'm going to be in the same apartment complex, but I will be upgrading to a larger unit. And I'm so excited because I outgrew this one bedroom after a month of being here. And I just need space. I've been trying to make it work, and both my mom and grandma was like, Kathryn, just try to make the one bedroom work another year, because I told them like I didn't want to move to a whole nother complex in the middle of a school year since my lease was up September 30th. And they were like, just try to make it work, just try to make it work since you know you want to stay where you are. And I was like, I don't know, you guys. And then the two bedroom became available because over here, like the units do not stay vacant long. Like they get snatched up so quick. And like the unit I'm in now, I think they already have like leased it out to somebody else when I move out. So they go pretty quick. And one day I was just kind of thinking like, maybe I should just go by the office to see if a two bedroom is available. And I went by and she was telling me that some could be coming up and she would let me know by like September 1st if there was anything available, so I could make like arrangements to either, I guess, stay here in the one bedroom or find another apartment somewhere else. And I didn't hear back from her, so around the 10th of September maybe I just went up there to just check and see. And then she actually said 3 were available at the beginning of October. So I was like, yes, like sign me up please. Where is the list to sign up? So I get my keys this upcoming Friday, which is October 5th, and she said she's gonna give me like a whole week to switch units. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm basically just going to be walking my stuff from this unit over to the other unit. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to hire a moving company or if I wanted to just, you know, hire, you know, just some guys that I know, because I mean all I would have to do is just feed them some food or something and I could save like a couple $100 probably. But at the same time, you know, hiring someone, you know, you're responsible if any of your stuff gets damaged or broken or whatever. So I'm kind of worried about that. Do I take the risk and get these guys that I know to help me out, or do I, you know, get a legitimate moving company? So that's kind of where I'm at, trying to decide what I'm going to do. And I need to hurry up because if I'm going to get a moving company, I need to let them know like today that I need them for like Friday or maybe even Saturday or Sunday. Because if I get the keys Friday, I may just start taking like my small stuff over there, stuff that I don't necessarily have to live with. And then on like, you know, a few days after that, get my larger stuff moved. So like my bed, my sofa, you know, things that I need to exist. Definitely expect an empty apartment tour this month. I mean, it's pretty much going to look exactly like this unit with an extra bedroom and bathroom tacked onto it. So it's gonna be like the same concept, but I figured that I could just throw it in as an extra video for this month. And I think I'm gonna also like film my packing an actual moving process. I think that'll be like really fun to do and fun for you guys to watch as well. I'm so excited to have my beauty room and decorated, and I'm very excited about being able to have a patio space where people aren't constantly walking past and being nosy. Like my apartment, like where it's at, is kind of tucked away within like my complex, but it's people always walking past, like of course in and out their cars, but people like walking their dogs, and they're always like trying to see what I'm doing. Like they're so freaking nosy. So I'm so excited that the unit I'm going to be in is kind of like more low-key than this one. So I can't wait to like decorate my patio. We'll get a patio set and like string lights and just like make it really fun so that I can enjoy my outdoor space while it still feels good outside. So that's one thing that's just kind of like going, oh crap. So that's one little update about what's going on with me. Another little update, you guys, my skin is freaking out. I'm sure you can see, of course I had the scarring here and here, but now I'm also starting to get like acne and bumps, and it's just like freaking me out because I don't know what's causing it. I'm drinking hella water. I'm drinking lots of coffee too, but I've been drinking so much water, like no soda, no like overly sugary beverages or anything like that. I've been eating really healthy aside from the candy I just had. I am like totally contradicting myself. I think I showed y'all I was drinking the coffee and I had some candy, but seriously, like I've been eating so healthy and drinking like water and green tea and a lot of black coffee. I've been changing my pillowcases. I've been washing my face 2 times a day like I'm supposed to. And literally it seems like since I've started to get myself on track, my skin has just started to freak out. And it may be stress related. It may be like hormonal. It may have to do with my period that was just here last week. I don't really know. But one bad thing is that like since my nails are short now, I'm always picking at the bumps, and it's causing me to get even more like scarring. So I need to figure something out or possibly change up my skincare routine. And that really sucks because I was planning to do a skincare routine in this month in October for you guys because you guys have been wanting that forever. But now my skin is freaking out and I just don't feel comfortable giving you guys a skincare routine that's obviously not working for me anymore. When I get my like next break from school, I'm gonna try the like, is it like a, was it TCA, I think, chemical peel or something like that, just to help with my scarring, because the scarring like on this part of my face cleared up really nicely with just using like shea butter, but over here it's just like a lot harder to clear up. And also since this is where I'm always breaking out, it's just like constant, you know, scarring being added to the scarring that's already there. So I'm thinking about just getting like a chemical peel to hopefully just help, not only help the scarring, but you know, just clear up whatever is going on. Because you know, like I'm about to be 23, like, and I'm still like having problems with acne. Like I thought this part of my life was going to be over by now, but apparently not. So speaking of things not going well, y'all, I also have some type of like infection on my ear piercing. Like my first hole here that I got back when I was a baby is like infected or something. The other day in class I was like touching it and messing with it, and I noticed it was like a little damp. I'm like, what is going on? And then I started pulling on it a bit and noticed that it was crusty. So I was like, ew, this is so disgusting. And for like the next week it was still doing the same thing where it was like actually wet to the touch and crusting up. And I would not take my earring out because I was like, oh no, I cannot take my earring out, because if I take it out, then you know the hole is going to be swollen and I won't be able to wear earrings for Cattober in my videos, and you know I just look so ugly without earrings. Y'all, like I was like determined not to take, you know, my earring out, which obviously made everything worse. So I finally took my earring out a few days ago, and literally the back of my ear was raw. It was just so disgusting. And I was just like, oh my gosh, if I would have taken this out, you know, the first day that I had an issue, it probably would not have gotten this bad. And I'm upset because I wanted to get my ears pierced for my birthday. I wanted to get my like 3rd lobe piercing on each side and possibly my forward helix, but now I don't want to do anything because I don't want, you know, my ear to get any worse than it is. I just kind of need to like leave it alone and let it heal over. So if anything, if I do get a piercing, it would be like a forward helix on this ear where I already have my tragus done. But as far as like another lobe piercing on both ears, I can't do that right now. Like, I just need to let my ear heal. And if you guys have any like anything you want to suggest for me to like put on my ear to help speed up the healing process, definitely let me know, because I mean, I don't know what to put on my ear, and I don't have any like antibacterial ointment or anything like that, but I don't even know if that's like what I would need to use. So let me know, because y'all, I'm just like, you know, in a way I'm kind of thinking to myself like, what's next? You know, like, what's next? Am I going to accidentally shave off a brow or something? I guess speaking of like what bad is going to happen next, that's kind of like making me want to talk about like my experience with being depressed. And I say depressed because I never went to a professional to, you know, find out what was going on with me mentally. But I just know that I was in a very dark and negative space starting around March of like 2017, and it lasted pretty much up until about January or February of this year. And I still kind of deal with it on a daily basis, but I choose to respond to situations in a different way now. And if the lighting is doing something weird, it's a cloudy day, so the sun is kind of like in and out, in and out. But I realized that a lot of my like negative feelings and sour feelings about life and about situations that I was going through was a direct result of how I reacted. Like, you can either choose to look at things pretty much with the glass half full or with it half empty. And I realized that every time something, you know, not so favorable was happening to me, I was looking at it in a negative light. And so I was just making myself feel worse and worse every day. And I mean, it's life. Like, we all go through stuff. We all have like not so great moments. We all have negative things happen to us. But how we interpret those situations has a profound effect on our mental, like, seriously. And it took me so long to come to that realization, because for the longest I thought that I could solve my problems by, you know, losing weight or clearing up my skin or moving out of my mom's house. And I thought that going out and indulging in marijuana, just being honest here, would help me, you know, feel better. And none of those things work. I would still come home and feel really crappy about myself and about life, and I would have my days where I would just want to do nothing but lay in the bed all day. And not even days, sometimes just weeks. And that was a lot of why I have been kind of just in and out of YouTube over the last year. And even as far as me like moving out, I always thought that like I'm gonna move out and my channel is just gonna bubble. Like, I'm gonna be in my own space. I'm gonna be able to do what I want when I want, which is going to be beneficial to my channel. And like I said, moving out didn't solve my problems. Getting my own space didn't solve my problems. All the things that I thought would help me didn't help me, and it was because I was changing everything about me but the one thing that was the most important, and that was just how I take in the world and how I react and respond to the world. And so I made it a point to try to be more positive. And what kind of triggered that for me was actually one of my subscribers. At this point, like, I don't know who it was, but someone sent me a DM. They said to me that you're always so negative now, and your channel is becoming, I don't know if they said my channel is becoming negative, but basically that I'm just becoming a very negative person. And you know, they didn't like that. And I responded and I said like, well, I'm just sharing what I go through so that other people can relate to me. And in a way I was, because when I started sharing what I was going through, a lot of you guys were like, hey, yeah, I'm going through the same thing. But I just kind of went overboard, and her saying that to me really made me take a look at myself and was like, damn, I am being negative. And I don't mean to curse, but damn, I'm being negative. So I started making a conscious effort to be positive after that. Like, that DM really had a very huge effect on me. And it actually started making me look at other people different as well, and seeing how other people reacted to situations. There's someone that is very close to me. They have this kind of like woe is me attitude about life. Like whenever something happens to them, it could be the biggest thing or the smallest thing. Something as small as like, oh my gosh, I come in here to, you know, buy some bananas and they don't have any fresh bananas in here. Like, really, this would happen when I come in here. And I really started to pick up that same type of negative mentality, that everything that happened to me that wasn't favorable, I took it as a direct insult to me. And it just made me very sour and very negative and almost bitter. But in the same sense, I was also becoming more aware that the world doesn't revolve around me. And I started noticing that the world didn't revolve around me last year, when I felt like my world was falling apart. And I started to realize, like, okay, well, I guess, you know, life isn't always about winning. Even though I realized like that the world didn't revolve around me, for some reason I was still being super negative about everything, which really doesn't make sense. But I just was. Like, it was just easier for me to be negative and expect the worst out of things. And then one day I'm driving home, and of course I have what my subscribers said in the back of my head, and I also know from, like I said, from personal situations that the world doesn't revolve around me. And I have in my head like the closest people to me, like how they react to situations and things like that, because we do pick up on behaviors and attitudes from the people around us, which is why it's so important to surround yourself with positive people, motivated people, people with ambition and with goals, and who have things going for themselves, and you know, just all that good stuff. But it's a beautiful day. I'm driving over the bridge, like headed to my house, to my apartment, and I told myself, it just hit me like a sack of bricks or something, like, Kathryn, you've been looking at the glass as half empty. And you know, that saying is so cliche, it's so old, it's really overused, but that thought dropped in my spirit, and I think it was possibly God talking to me. And from that moment, I have had just a shift. And this happened a couple of months ago, so it's still pretty new for me, but I have been making an effort to not only look at situations and try to find the light and the positive in them, but I have also been trying to actively put out good vibes and good energy and positivity back out into the world, because you cannot expect to be putting out negativity and bad vibes and then expect good vibes back, and expect good vibes back. Like, it's just, to me, like, what I want to see in the world is also what I need to be giving out too. So I just been doing little things here and there. I'm not going to go into detail because I don't think that's important, but it's just so important that we try to find the good in things, even like I said, the bad things that happen to us, or not necessarily even bad, but maybe when things don't go the way we want, just look for the positive in those things. For example, this is something really stupid, but I'm taking this class and we have, I think, like 8 quizzes in all, and he's going to drop the lowest quiz. So I told myself that I'm going to make, you know, all A's this semester. Like, that's a goal for myself. And to do that, I need to make, you know, A's and B's, but mostly A's on my quizzes. So the first quiz I take it, I get it back. I made a 90. I missed one question. And I was kind of bummed about that. And I'm like, well, I'm going to shoot for 100s for the rest of the semester. Second quiz, I get it back. I made another 90. And I'm like, okay, I'm determined for the next one to be a 100. I'm so close to that 100, like, I can do it. So the third quiz gets here. And I don't study as well as I should, because there's a lot more material on this third quiz. So I'm just kind of like, well, I've been doing good so far, I'm just going to wing it. I get the test back and I made a 74C. Well, obviously I was feeling some type of way and I was really hurt. And I think this is like the most like upset I've ever been about a grade in college. Like, I've made way worse than a 74C on a quiz and on a test. And this was the first time I ever felt really bummed out about it, because I just made a goal for myself to make all A's, and I've really been trying to stick to doing well and performing, when usually I wouldn't care. But I said all that to say that when I got the test back, I immediately felt so upset and so hurt. And like that morning, I was having a good morning. And when I got my quiz back that I didn't do well on, which was my own fault, I was just feeling so down. And I'm looking at my quiz and I'm like, how did I do this? And even my teacher wrote a note on there, which made it even worse, and was like, wow, these aren't up to the standard of your last 2 quizzes. Did you not study, or was it too much material? Remember, I dropped the lowest quiz. And I'm just like, bro, you just made it so much worse. Then as I'm sitting there with the paper, I hear this voice that tells me, it's okay, just don't let it happen again. And instead of me being down and mad and upset and just like, you know what, this class, I'm not gonna try anymore, I'm just over it, which is the attitude that I would usually take about things. I told myself, you didn't study enough last time, so make sure you study enough the next time, and just take this as a learning experience. Like, it's okay, basically it's okay. And after that, I let it go, and I just knew for the next test I had to be on it. So the next quiz comes up, right? I think I called it a test. The next quiz comes up, which was this past Friday, and it was on feminism, which feminism is so expansive that the material was just difficult for me. And as I'm taking the quiz, I'm thinking to myself like, wow, I was really aiming to do well on this, make that 90 or make that 100. I said, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, you know, which really sucks because I'm confused. So I did my best and I let it go. Today, guys, I got my quiz back, and guess what? Your girl made a 100. I was so happy. And once again, my teacher wrote a note and was like, look at you, this is your first time having a perfect score. I'm so proud of you. Because, you know, he knows. He knew what I was capable of. He was just waiting for me to do it. And I was waiting for myself to do it too. But I am just so glad that looking back, when I got that like C, I didn't, you know, let that affect what I was going to do in the future. Because like I said, so many times, like when unfavorable things would happen to me, I would take that and just let that, you know, let that just kill everything else for me. Let it ruin everything else for me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't do that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to study harder next time. I'm just going to, you know, try to do better. Just try to do better. And I did. And I'm so happy that I also didn't spend my time just dwelling on the negative, because that would have just been like just such a mood kill for me, and then for everyone else around me too. So that was something simple, but I just want to share that little example because it's very relative for me right now, that our bad moments don't define us, and you know, just to always just be looking forward. I literally talk too much during that. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't ever get, I mean, I feel like my chit chats, they sometimes get a little deep, but I don't feel like they've ever gotten like how that just kind of got for me. Y'all, I literally have my feet propped up right now. Like, I'm leaned all the way back. Like, I really got into that last topic. I think they're done packing. Yay! I don't know where I'm going with this eyeshadow, y'all. It's really starting to look a hot mess. So I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up so I can just do the rest of my face and then hopefully save whatever is going on. Don't you just hate when you have like that one part on your eye that won't take shadow and it's just like killing the vibe? Yeah, that's exactly what's like happening to me right now. Which is why I keep adding more well, dang, sir. Which is why I keep adding more shadow, but it's just like not working. I'm just gonna throw this on my lid. Y'all, I just really, at this point, like, I'm just so into talking that I don't care how this look turns out anymore. So I'm about to go off camera real quick to do my liner because it takes me like a super long time, and also put on my lashes, and I'll be right back to finish my face. Y'all, I did like the most dramatic wing ever. So now that I've talked about like school a little bit and stuff like that, I want to talk to you guys about just how to balance, you know, school and work and a relationship and all that good stuff. I have been asked so many times, like, how do I balance it all? And I would always tell you guys, like, I honestly don't balance it all, or if I am balancing anything, I don't balance it very well. And I mean, you guys can see that. Like, I have my moments where I'm all into YouTube. I'm uploading like I'm supposed to be, and then I have my periods where I'm just like MIA. And during those times where I am MIA from like social media, it's because I'm like all in with school or all in with like a relationship. So I don't balance things well at all, and it's definitely something that I've been working on, and I feel like I have been getting better and better at. I've never been one to use a planner, and okay, I've always been one to use planners, but I wouldn't use them in the way that they're like supposed to be used. I don't have a good memory, so I have to write things down. And recently, how I've been able to kind of get a hold on things and balance things better than I have in the past is because I've been using a planner. I've been writing everything out. I make sticky notes for myself and put them around my apartment, and it's really been helping me. So now I feel like I can tell you guys, like, a good way to balance is to have a good planner and to also use it. Like, I mean, that's what's been like working for me as of lately. And I personally have like 2 planners. I have one that is for like personal stuff, so I'll write down like when bills are due, or if there's anything important that I need to do, or if there's like an event coming up, like a birthday or birthday celebration, you know, whatever. I put it in that planner. But then I also have a planner for school stuff, and I put YouTube stuff in both planners. And I always thought about getting like a 3rd planner just for YouTube, but I have a journal instead where I like to like write out video ideas and stuff like that. And then I'll put like my actual like YouTube scheduling stuff in either planner, or sometimes even in both planners. And so I'm gonna show you guys really quick. Let me get this on my face. So here are the 2 planners. Oh, the lighting just changed really bad. So I have this first planner here, which is just this silver mini one, and I use that for like school stuff, and then I write the occasional like YouTube to do in there as well, so that when I'm flipping through either writing stuff down for class or like seeing what I need to do for that day for class, I also have that little YouTube reminder there as well. And then I have this larger planner, and I use this one for more, like I said, personal stuff and also YouTube stuff as well. So having a planner has really helped me, so much so that I want to gift a planner to one of you guys. So this is going to be my first mini giveaway of Cattober. Of course, I'm doing that huge big $1,200 giveaway, but I also am going to do mini giveaways throughout the month. And here's the first one. If you guys know Lavish Ruby here on YouTube, she recently started a planner company, and she has the Lavish Life planners, and I'm going to gift one to you guys. So it is this like a beautiful marble planner. It has like the gold text, the gold hardware, and she even threw in this really pretty like gold and big chunky rhinestone pen. It's so nice. I kind of want to keep it for myself, to be honest. And this planner is just like made for student success. So she has in here different scriptures you can read to get through every situation or any like kind of trial you may be facing. She has an area where you can write your bucket list, your goals for the semester, a place where you have like a study list, a grocery list, expense tracker, and then she actually has where you can write down like your to-dos and what's going on and things like that. Like, it's an amazing planner, and it's just, I mean, it's just so lavish. It looks so luxe, and one of you guys can win this. So if you're a student and you are interested in winning this planner, all you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, comment down below your Instagram name so I can contact you if you win, and then also in that comment leave something down below, either about your college experience, anything pertaining to school. Leave it down below, and then I will be selecting the winner within a week. If you win, you will be contacted via Instagram to confirm your prize, and then your name will be put in the description box so that everyone can know that the giveaway is closed and that someone like actually did win. So do that now. Pause the video and do that now, and then come back to it. Something else I kind of talk to you guys about is like saving money, because that's definitely something that I have like had to learn how to do, living on my own and having expenses that just, you know, come out of the blue. Like a month or two ago, it was not a month or two, about a month ago, I had to get my tires replaced on my car, and that expense hit me pretty hard because I wasn't planning for it. and it cost me about 500 bucks. I mean, different things like, you know, utility bill fluctuates up and down, and just different things that like life will just throw at you, different expenses, you know. So with that said, I just kind of want to share with you guys one little thing that I've been doing, which may seem like pretty simple and stupid to some of y'all, but it really works. So I have not been drinking like sodas or juices or anything like that. I drink lots of water now, lots of green tea, herbal tea, detox teas, and lots of black coffee, and also just like regular coffee from like Starbucks or Dunkin' or whatever. But when you are getting those coffees from like Starbucks, they can get pretty expensive, and my go-to coffee is about $5, give or take. So to kind of get a handle on my Starbucks budget, and I know a lot of you guys could use this tip because a lot of you guys drink Starbucks, and every day that I'm on campus, I literally see so many people walking past me with a Starbucks cup in their hand. So what I've done is, like, at the beginning of the month, I go to the Starbucks app and I load on about $20 to $25. You can definitely play with that number. If you don't have as much to like spend on Starbucks, you can do 10 or 15. If you have a little bit more, I wouldn't say to go past 30. But go on the app and just load some money on there. So like I said, I do about 20. Whatever I load at the beginning of the month is my Starbucks money for that month. So whether I go out and, you know, treat my mom to Starbucks, or whether I just have the whole $20 to myself, that's mine for the month. And once that's gone, then no more Starbucks for me. And it's really made me very conscious of like my trips to Starbucks. Like now I space them out, and now I use it more as like a treat. Like if I'm having like a hard day, then I'll have me, you know, a Starbucks, or if I need just a little pick me up to just get me going because I'm feeling kind of sluggish. It's just been a really great way for me to like save money, and it's really been working for me, and I want to share that with you guys. And some of you guys may already be doing that. I may be late to the game, but for those of you that aren't doing it and you love your like your iced coffee, or you can't like live without it, definitely try that out to just help you with your Starbucks spending. Something else that I've been doing lately to kind of just save money here and there is using eBay. So I am a big online shopper, as most of us are. We're millennials. Even if you're not a millennial, like shopping online is like so amazing, right? So what I've been doing is really utilizing eBay. So if you have never heard of eBay, it's basically like a cash back site where when you shop online, you can get cash back for your purchases. And when I say cash back, I don't mean like a credit that you have to redeem online. Like they actually send you a check in the mail that you can cash, that is just money back into your pocket. I always go to eBay first, like whenever I'm shopping online, like whatever site. So let's say Macy's, and I check eBay to see if Macy's is offering any like cashback deals through eBay. So sometimes they have like 8% cash back, 10% cash back. It really just depends on the day. And then sometimes they'll also have different like coupon codes on there too, like, hey, use this code and you get an extra 20% off your purchase on Macy's, in addition to getting 8% cash back. I've been using that over the last like couple of years, but more recently I've been using it like so much. And I think my cashback balance is close to $1,000 from just my purchases over time building up. Now you can cash out your check at any time, but I personally like to let mine build up just because it, you know, a bigger amount looks nice. So if you're an online shopper, definitely sign up. I do have a link down below. I am going to disclose, if you guys signed up with my link, and no, this video isn't sponsored, I really wanted to just recommend it to you guys. If you sign up with my link, for your first purchase, I think you get like your first purchase through eBay, I think you get like a 20 or 25 or $10, some type of credit. And then I also get a credit too. You don't necessarily have to sign up through my link if you don't feel comfortable doing that, but I did want to disclose that, so I wouldn't be, you know, seeming like I'm trying to only, you know, recommend this to you guys because I get a perk from it. Like it literally is like one of the best tools I've ever come across. Personally, I have been working on like starting my savings and actually building it, which I can talk more about that in another video. I did not mean for this to turn into like a financial talk or like a like a how to get your finances right with Kathryn. But like literally the first year of me, you know, living on my own, which it will be an exact year like later on this month, I have just like learned so many like do's and don'ts of like just everything, not even just money stuff, but just like life stuff period, and adulting stuff period, that I would love to share with you guys and tell you guys like how to save up for your first place, and just things I feel that you would need to know, because a lot of you guys are around my age and you are at the point of moving out, getting your first place, or doing this and doing that. And I want to be here to help if I can, because not everything is always just sunny and peachy and delightful over here. Like I have things that I go through too. Also, you guys, one more like little financial bit: get a side hustle. Whether it be you start making YouTube videos and get a little check, or you know, you pick up like a part-time job somewhere, or you know, or you answer surveys online, whatever you can do like within your means, like get a side hustle, which is exactly why I'm about to like get a real job. Even though you may not need the extra source of income, you definitely want it, because why not maximize your time if you can? Like I'm young, I'm healthy. If I can work multiple jobs, now is definitely the time for me to do it. And I've already made a goal for myself that everything that I make from this second job is going into my savings, like straight into my savings, and I'm not going to touch it, because I got to start planning for future Kathryn. Like I already have been doing that already, but I want to maximize it as much as possible. My eyeliner is looking like a little shiny, so I'm just going to go over it with this like pencil. My camera actually died when I was finishing up my makeup, so I went and just like put on my clothes and things like that to go ahead and finish getting ready. And now I'm just applying a little mascara. There we have it. So we're all finished. So I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat get ready with me. I kind of went in a little bit, but nonetheless, I hope you all enjoyed it. Before you go, if you are interested in winning that Lavish Life Planner, just comment something down below. It can be about school, how your semester is going, or pretty much about anything that I may have mentioned in this video. If you leave a comment down below, you're pretty much entered into this mini giveaway. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat. Good luck on that giveaway, and I will see you guys in my next video.